In this video, I am going to document some lessons from Andrew Carnegie. By the way, Andrew Carnegie was one of the richest man alive on this planet with a net worth of $309 billion. And he was at that time when people have to open factories, industries in order to build wealth. At that time, it's very interesting of how he used to manage such large businesses, such large factories, and accumulated such number of wealth in a period of time, in a small span of time. It's very interesting. So because of this curiosity, I have been researching about Andrew Carnegie, of how he used to manage all this business, how he gained so much wealth, and how and his lessons, like his principal lessons, philosophy. I am curious about finding all those things of Andrew Carnegie, and I'm sure if I just keep digging deeper into this topic, I will find some useful stuff that I can share with you all as well. And I just want to document these lessons and also to improve my communications. So yes, like we can get straight to the point. I will document 5 important lessons that I just got from researching about Andrew Carnegie. So the first thing Andrew Carnegie says is, do not be constrained by a present reality. Always feel the future has something positive for you. So Andrew Carnegie said, don't be constrained by a present reality. Always have a hope for the future to be good for you. We should always have a hope that there is something good for us in the future, no matter in what situation you are in the present reality, but do not lose hope for the future, because Andrew Carnegie is also from humble beginnings, and the one thing that got him ahead is just having a attitude that having an attitude of hope that there is something good for me in the future. And he is not constrained about his present situation, like if he is a plumber and everything anything else. He is not being constrained by his present quality, but he has an attitude of hope that there is something good in the future, that there is something good than this present event. So by taking a look, by having this kind of perspective, he is never constrained by his present reality. So the lesson that we can learn from is that having a hope that in the future, having a hope of good in the future, like there is something positive for us in the future, and we should not lose hope in the present moment. So yeah, don't be constrained by a present reality. If I have something going on constrained in my business, in my life, I should not be constrained very much on that present reality. I should have an element of hope that something will be gonna better. Okay. Sorry. We can move forward with another lesson. That okay, first of all, I would like to repeat the quote on this topic of Andrew Carnegie, that my hopes were high. I looked every day for some change to take place. What it was to be, I knew not, but that it would come, I felt certain if I kept on. One day the chance came. So, this is the real quote of Andrew Carnegie. Second, welcome more responsibilities. So, what Andrew Carnegie is telling is that we should welcome responsibilities. For example, when he used to ask his boss that give me more responsibility of this organization, give me more responsibility, because he knew that if he has more responsibility, he will be able to learn that thing, new things, by handling that responsibility, by managing that responsibility. So he always welcomed more responsibility as a benefit to him, not a work to him. Okay, so his perspective was different. Most people nowadays is, if I have more responsibilities, then I will have more pain. I have to work more than others. I will have to lose my work life balance. Okay, so that's the kind of attitude nowadays people have. But Andrew Carnegie perspective is that if I have more responsibilities, then I will get chance to learn more new things. And in in that in by learning new things, I will just make myself ahead in the game. So that's how he used to look at this welcome more responsibility. Okay, so he also okay. Sorry, let's jump forward to the third lesson. Keep developing new skills. So Andrew Carnegie always developed new skills. For example, he developed the skill of accounting. First attitude was to welcome more our responsibility. Second attitude is to learn new things, to discover new skills, to learn new skills. Because I also feel that if we keep learning on new things, at the end of the time, if we look backward, all the skills that we have combined in the journey will be useful to us. Maybe you are learning 5 to 6 new skills. It is not benefiting you at the present moment, but if you just keep moving forward with learning new skills, and after few years if you look backwards, then you will realize that all the skills that you have learned has helped you. So yes, third point was keep developing new skills. So let me summarize. First is don't be constrained by a present reality. Always have a hope that the future is good, has some positive corners for you. Second is welcome more responsibility. Third is keep developing new skills. And the fourth one is in the absence of subordinate, assume yourself as the boss. So if your boss, you can say the subordinate, which is a person ahead you, if he is absent, in that absence, feel yourself as the boss. For example, when the subordinate and boss of Andrew Carnegie was not present, then Andrew Carnegie was feeling himself as a boss of that organization, and he used to take all the ownership of it. And the feeling of ownership makes you do wonderful things, makes you go deeper and deeper, and makes you use your full potential. Because you can take the example that, for example, in the situation one, if your mindset is like I am working for a person to impress a person, to make my work visible to that person, or in the second scenario, you are working to make something happen, you are working to make something work, you are working to get some great results. In that second scenario, the real work happens and the real results appear. So he also gave an example. This is the note of Andrew Carnegie. I will just repeat it. The question now is how to rise. Okay, so the question now is how to rise from the subordinate position. I can give you the secret. It lies mainly in this. Instead of the question, what must I do for my employer? Substitute it with what can I do? That's it. What instead of saying what can I do for my employer, substitute it with what can I do? If you have this attitude, then you will get the work done in the highest potential, because you are doing it for yourself. You are just thinking yourself as the boss, and you are taking all the ownership, and at that perspective the work will be at the finest. Yeah, so that's the fourth lesson of Andrew Carnegie, and let's move forward with the last and final, which is very important. Is constant concentration is the key. Concentration is the key. Okay, so you know what concentration, that people nowadays are distracted by everything, but nowadays if we have concentration, if we have the ability to focus on one thing and make it big, then it's number one and number one priority quality that we should have. So let me also read a note from Andrew Carnegie. I will repeat it. Concentration is my motto. First, honesty. then industry, then concentration. Concentrate all your thoughts and energy upon the performance of your duties. Put all your eggs into one basket and then watch that basket. Do not scatter your shot. Put all okay. The man who is director in a half dozen railroads and three or four manufacturing companies, or who tries at one and the same times to work a farm, a factory, a line of streetcar, a political party, and a store, rarely amounts to much. So what Andrew Carnegie is saying, that a person trying to achieve different things and not concentrating on one thing is rarely amount a much. Like he doesn't make anything big because he's not concentrating on one thing enough. He has multiple things, and if he is just make trying to make everything work, then he's not concentrating on one thing, and he's he rarely making amounting to much. So let me continue the notes of Andrew Carnegie. He may be concerned in the management of more than one business enterprise, but they should all be one of the kind, which he understands. The great success of life are made by concentration. So he says that there is nothing wrong with multiple things, but the things should be like one kind. It's not like you are running a farm, you are running a factory, you are running a street car racing. Everything is different. Okay, everything is different. Like you are running a food delivery app, then you are manufacturing steels, then you are running a hospital. So everything is different, and you will not be able to concentrate on things. But if if you are, let's say, running an agency, you are running a marketing agency, and you have multiple branches, multiple companies. Okay, the service is same, which is marketing for business owners, but in one company you're marketing for interior companies, for one company you're marketing for hospitals, in one company you're marketing for the steel companies. So the marketing is same, the thing is same, all the thing is same. So in that case you will not suffer because the concentration is on one thing. But if you have multiple things going on and your concentration is not in place, then it will be very difficult for you to make the wealth. This is what Andrew Carnegie say, and the concentration is the factor for success in most people's lives. Concentration is a very big part. Let me summarize the video in very short. First, don't be constrained by your present reality. Always have a hope for the future to be good and the future to have a positive corner for you. Second, welcome more responsibilities in your basket. Third, keep developing new skills as you go along the journey and you see backwards, then you will realize that it's all worth it. Fourth, in the absence of subordinate or boss, you can say assume you are yourself as the boss. In the absence of them, assume yourself as the boss and take the ownership of it. In that way, the work will come out as the finest and as highest potential. Fifth is concentration is the key. So that's all for the video. We will be doing more video of Andrew Carnegie as I keep developing and I keep going more deeper on this Andrew Carnegie topic. Thank you.